Oh no,
That
not happening. Not happening.
It is happening. We've got to have this conversation, Kyle. I'm sorry.
I mean, we can have this conversation, but we're not going live like this.
No, we're not going live.
well, that was the point. Not going live.
Right.
We're actually not going live right now. This isn't live, right?
No, it's not.
Okay, that's good. Because
Okay, good.
For fuck's sake, don't make this live. Do not make this live.
Not live.
Here's number one. This can happen after I calm down later, because I just finished telling each and every one of you that I'm dealing with something a lot more important than any of this shit this week. Okay? And being blindsided like this after explaining that I don't want to deal with petty bullshit this week, when I'm concerned if my life's going to be affected for the rest of my life when my test results come back this week. I've got a million things on my fucking mind. And this was bullshit, number one, to do this after I explained to each of you the fucking situation. I don't have the capacity
then
to deal with this
some time off. We'll go on without you. I understand you're going on with stuff. But that doesn't mean that doesn't affect me.
Steve, hang on.
Steve, that's not how
do me a
this is
favor.
working.
Do me a favor.
That's not how this is working.
Do me a favor, Steve. Hang on.
It's not how this is working.
Hang on, Steve. Steve, do me a favor. Let Kyle go all the way and let him finish first, and then you talk.
I thought it was done.
I'm done.
All right, you're done.
Yeah, I thought it was
done. Okay, Steve.
Yeah, I mean,
all right. Now, Steve, go.
If Kyle's having issues, which I know about, that doesn't affect the show. I mean, I don't know how that has anything to do with me being on the show. I am due 4 days a week plus not with the flat earth thing. That is how the agreement was. That is how it needs to be. We are 50-50 on this. That's how we started.
Steve, but Steve, listen.
And by the way, that Patreon that Tom put up was my Patreon. I did not want to promote his channel.
Yes.
Okay. So it nothing to do with anything.
Your Patreon. That's not the issue. That's not the issue. The issue is when you have on the box on your screen where everybody's name is, it says non-sequitur right up underneath your window, which is fine. I don't care. No, I'm using that to prove
it has nothing to do with anything. I'm
the
half a non-sequitur.
And the way that you acted. No, you're not. You show up on a couple nights a week, which is fine.
Hang on.
I have no desire. Here's the thing. Here's what people need to understand. Okay, I get bombarded by people on a daily basis.
So do I.
For people that you pissed off.
You pissed off too. That I get. Yes, I've inundated with messages.
Who?
Oh my God! I had a 45.
Show me where.
I will show you them. I had a 45.
Show me where.
I had a $45 Patreon. Leave non-sequitur come to my channel because he didn't like the way these new channels going. I literally just got a message 2 seconds ago from somebody saying, right here, screen share.
Okay, now hold on.
Wait.
Does that have anything to do?
He literally just said, I haven't seen you on non-sequitur for a while. I've inundated with messages like that.
Sure, Steve. Listen, I don't doubt that there are people that don't like the fact that they're really big fans of yours,
yes,
and they don't like the fact that you're not on there as often as you used to be. That's completely valid, and I wouldn't say that there's that would be the other case. The issue is that you and Ocean tried to tell you. I mean, tried to explain it to you in the best way possible.
And I told him that. I said I'm fine. My opinions are my opinions. They're valid. Okay, my opinions. You cannot stop me.
It has nothing to do with your opinions.
Okay, my opinions are sacred. This channel was formed on having opinions that are sacred. That is part of this channel. The fact that you don't like them. No. How you are dealing with it right now. It has nothing to do with how I'm dealing with it. My Patreons and my people that watch my show and my stuff are not having issues with it. They're having issues with the fact that you seem to be having one-sided, monolateral everything and cutting me out behind my back and not being forthright with me about it is a little disingenuous.
Listen, you're not being cut out. And if I wanted to cut you out, I would have done it a long time ago. I've done.
You haven't
everything
messaged me back in
could.
3 weeks. The only thing you've messaged me. Wait, crowd. The only thing you've messaged me in 3 weeks is about your biopsy.
You just let me speak to that point.
Can I get in?
Hold on 1 second, Reds. I have done. If I wanted to cut you out, if that was the way that I wanted to do things, I would have done it a long time ago. That's not the way that I want to do things.
Well,
I have done literally everything that I can think of to do to keep the peace with everyone that you're short-circling out there.
Kyle, we've been trying to explain this to you, and you're not listening. You cannot make everybody happy.
No, Steve.
You cannot do it.
Well, listen, this is the way that it is.
I don't get along with the people you brought. Hang on. I don't get along with the people you brought in that you're friends. They're not my friends. I don't get along with them. That was your choice to involve them in non sequitur, not mine. You gave me. I had no say on that. You involved them, which involved more drama. But that was your choice, and I let you make it. Okay, but that has nothing to do with how the show is going. Has absolutely nothing with that. Yes, Steve. Yes, go ahead.
Steve. Okay, let me try to talk to both of you. This is me looking from the outside in. I understand that there was this thing where I am non sequitur and I am part of you guys. I am not. I do not consider myself a core part of non sequitur. I've shown up on a few shows. That's it. So let me see. Let me try. Kyle, give me this opportunity. I'm asking you as a friend. Okay. What I saw over and over and over again is the non sequitur slowly shift in a different direction. Whenever Steve McRae has come on to the show, a lot of people are genuinely happy to see him.
Yes.
There are a few people who are not. Hang on. There are a few people that have problems with Steve McRae. I accept that. Do I also accept that he can be kind of standoffish at times? Oh, fucking absolutely.
We all agree with this.
Then let me talk. So if we all agree, then this should be music to your ears. What I'm seeing though is that there is a fundamental disconnect between this 50-50 that was supposed to be happening.
Yes.
Kyle, as of right now, you have taken control. You said, Steve, if I wanted to cut you out, I would have done it long ago.
Right.
You have 100% control already. But what the original agreement was, from what I heard, is that it was supposed to be 50-50. You both would work equal amounts to make sure that you would not be so overworked. And if there's shit on your plate that you can't deal with, I'll be more than happy to take your place alongside Steve McRae and host a non sequitur. I would actually feel honored doing that. Kyle, if there is too much on your plate right now and you need some time off, give it to us. Let us do tonight's show and let me make you fucking proud.
Let me say one thing before you do. Let me say one thing before you do. Look at Kyle. I started this particular channel and I turned it over to you. I gave you primary. I started the Twitter. You took that over. I have no access to the Patreon. I have no access.
Oh no, you didn't. I started the Twitter. It's still associated with my.
You started it.
Yeah, and that's neither here nor there. Here's the thing.
I'll give to you. Okay. Hang on. Let me finish it because this is important. I have no access to any financials. Sure. Especially from 2007, which I'm going to need because I'm flying somebody out here. Although that mostly is paid for, we still have hotels. You have not provided me a single bit of data on it.
When you're ready. When you're ready for that, all of that is ready for you, just like I told you.
And I trust you with the handshake. That's our thing, right? But I also trust you to keep your word to me that I'm doing 4 shows a week plus the flat earth. That was our agreement. I expect you to honor that. That is our agreement, Kyle. I expect you to honor it.
Listen, I'm gonna explain something to you. Okay, the reason that I used that term that I could that if I wanted to cut Steve out, I would is because for a very simple reason. And that is because if we look at the situation without the feelings of friendship or things that are involved that sort of cloud that up, non sequitur in every aspect is me.
Now, but because you've made it about you. You have gone out of your way Kyle. You have made it about you. Your personality has taken over the show.
Well, maybe that's the case. Maybe that's the case. But this is where we are now.
To be.
This is where we are now.
Why did you do that?
Just let me explain. Let me explain. The feel of the show, the style of the show, the layouts, the music, every single detail that goes into this show, I make sure that it's done painstakingly and to a
That's why we teamed up beginning because that was your forte.
Right, but what I'm saying is you are coming on let's say we go the 4 days a week thing. You show up and like I said, I have no interest in cutting you out, but you show up, you do your show, and then that's it.
What have you asked? Dude, I have provided the guests. I had dozens. I also give you emails of people that have said Kyle's not responded to me. I brought many guests. Most of the initial guests were all mine because of the people I knew. Wait, let me finish on this because this is critical here, Kyle. So we combined our forces together, right? If you wanted to start doing stuff with Mr. Atheist and KC and Godless, start a different channel for that. Start your own channel, do your own form, and let this channel be non sequitur the way it was. Do it with us. We do it 4 or 5 days a week.
We're not going back. Number one, we're not going back.
Well, I don't care whether we go back or not. That's really not my concern. All I get is all I know is
where we are now.
All I know is this: I'm do 4 days a week plus a flat earth thing every so often, and half the funds, and then we got to figure out how
to. Would you be comfortable? Would you be comfortable giving Steve McRae half of the deal?
I want to hear what Kyle's saying. This was the agreement from day one. You want to change that agreement somehow?
We're gonna change that agreement.
What do you think is the correct change there, Kyle?
I'm in the middle right now of I think that this is my vision of how I think this should be. I think that you should be involved on the shows that absolutely speak to your forte and your expertise, the science stuff. Anytime we do things that deal with science, philosophy, those sort of things. The things that you are, because in the grand scheme of things, if you take a step back, if there's a show about something stupid that you're not that into, I mean, what's the point
I'm not disagreeing with that, but I have brought those people to the table. I just have Jeff, Dr. Jeff Zersky on my show. He's welcome to come on Non-Sequitur show, but
which is fine.
But that's still, my name is attached to Non-Sequitur. I am half the Non-Sequitur show as co-host. I am 50% of that. Are you trying to cut me out of the funding too?
No. Well, no, not up until the shift started where I started doing
So wait a minute here. So now there's a shift, and now you think that I'd earn less? So I helped build this channel. Obviously, yeah. So I helped build this channel from day one, and now you're trying to cut me down on the finances. What are you talking about, Kyle? We said from day one this was 50%. 50%, no matter how it went.
You can look at Kyle, it's not going to be Steve when you show up for 3 days a week. And
that's because you don't schedule anymore. You don't give me the link.
That's just not the way.
That's because of you, Kyle, not me. I'm ready every day. Wait. I was ready for the last time we had a show, and I didn't know it got canceled 50 minutes before the show.
I'm sorry,
Kyle. You don't want to go down this route. Trust me. This is that we started from day one.
Yeah, I am going to go down this route.
Hang on, Steve. Kyle, hear me the fuck out.
Yes, please, Rez, because now he's talking about 50% going down less than that.
Steve,
you're not 50% anymore.
Please hear me the fuck out. All right, Kyle.
Yes.
This is me talking to you. If you take over most of the work without telling Steve about anything, you can't complain that you're being overburdened at this point.
And you can't take the funding. You've taken every penny that you use for rent and for flights, and I've not seen a dime of it. And now you want to cut me out of that?
Are you ready for your money, Steve? Are you ready for your money?
Steve.
No, I want the deal that we agreed with.
The deal.
My deal was this channel was going to be built up and have revenue for my daughter, Kyle. That I was going to have something in this channel in perpetuity.
It's not going to go into perpetuity. No, not into perpetuity.
No, it was always supposed to be in perpetuity, Kyle. How dare you? If we built this together, I suggested the damn YouTube channel.
I'm sorry.
You're stealing from me, Kyle. You're fucking stealing from me. If you go down this route,
okay,
and I will make sure people know you're stealing from me.
This is the route we're going to go down. So I mean, are
you kidding me, Kyle? Do you really want to tell people that you're stealing from me? I help build this channel.
If that's the way people are going to look at it,
I don't want people to look at that.
I don't want it either. I don't want to corrupt your reputation, Kyle.
Steve, I'm asking as a friend right now, and I'm asking you, Kyle, as a friend right now. Both of you guys,
I know Kyle's done a lot of stuff. You may want to think about this.
Just stop.
Oh, I have.
Stop.
I have.
Just stop. Just fucking stop, guys. Okay? This is honestly tearing me up inside, and it would be nice to know that both of you actually give a shit about my opinion.
I do.
All right? What? Okay. All right, good. Then there should be no problem with shutting the fuck up for half a second. Okay? Kyle, I'm going to talk to you, and then Steve, I'm going to rip you a new one as well. That way it's even on both sides. Kyle, you have gone behind Steve's back. You have not been forward with what he's doing, and you have taken control of the Non-Sequitur, and that includes taking over most of the work. When you're overworked because of that, and then you start basically making financial decisions based off that, that is indeed a dick move. Steve, for you, not being forward with Kyle as well, because believe it or not, you weren't forward with him as well. I understand you've been trying to get in contact with them, but the fact is it didn't have to go that far. It didn't have to go to the point where Kyle felt like he was being pushed away. That is bullshit, and it should never have gotten that far.
So yes, I do sympathize with Kyle and that.
Hang on. I said it didn't need to go that far where it felt as though Kyle had that only resource. And when it came to this, the real person that I see having a big fucking problem here is Bullinator as well. Because keep this in mind that Bullinator has not been updated on what the fuck's going on. Mm-hmm. Sometimes only updated, an hour out that there's 2 fucking shows going on in the exact same day. there needs to be better scheduling with bullying air, because remember, there's a third person on this wheel. Like it or not for both of you, you both, and actually you three, made the non sequitur what it is today.
And I wanted to give
non sequitur is you three. You guys are the Steve. I swear to fucking God, shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
You three made this ship what it is right now. Without the Three Musketeers, there is no fucking movie as far as I'm concerned. This is why I said at the very beginning, if we're going to have flat earth fucking bullshit on non sequitur, I want Steve McRae there, because that's a non sequitur I know. That's a non sequitur that I love. And I would really hate for this shit to go down the path that it's currently going unless we steer the ship and avoid the fucking iceberg. Because I'll tell you one thing, it may seem all well and good right now, but it's going to turn into a shit show. I would rather it not turn into a fucking shit show. That isn't me saying it. Other people outside, on your side, Kyle, and on your side, Steve, will eat this up.
I know. I agree.
Here's what I think we need to do. If there needs to be a renegotiation of the plans being done, fine. But Steve McRae should have the option of hang on.
Not happening.
Steve McRae should have the option of taking on more work to equal that 50%.
That's why I kept bringing on. Yes, you're right. If he is not pulling his weight, then let him pull his weight. That way, we cannot say it's from a lack of effort or a lack of willingness. Yeah, I'm the one that went out.
That's what I think should happen.
And half of them responded, and Kyle's not responding to them.
Yeah, because the show's going in a different direction.
Well,
now I'm fine with you.
I've been working my ass off to get guests, and they kept back to me and say, "Well, Steve, I don't know what's going on with Kyle."
Listen,
and now you're telling me that you want to take me out of some funding.
Okay,
I think that's a very bad decision, Kyle.
This is what I'm willing to do. It's not going to be 50%.
It is 50%. That's non-negotiable. I'm not going in perpetuity. For the time this channel is on, you'll be stealing from me if you don't give me half of the percentages in perpetuity.
Steve, you're going to get all of everything that up until that point, but it's not going forward in perpetuity.
It is perpetuity.
You can spin whatever narrative that you'd like. I'm ready to deal with any kind of fallout. I'm totally fine. I've thought about this very carefully.
How are you? We started with a handshake 50-50, and you're violating that because you got some fame out of it.
People shit changes. People change. It has nothing to do with the fame. It has nothing to do with
what does it deal with?
It's the fact that this is now. Listen,
this is now your channel that you've taken over.
All this, yeah, it became that.
Oh, it became that. Okay, so all the people that are going to find out about this, all the people that are going to find out about this, you taking over the channel behind my back and taking money from me. How is that going to look good?
Maybe they will. Maybe there will be people that think that. But I think that if the people that honestly see everything that went into the channel, whether the decisions that we made along the way, some of us, we probably could have done a lot better, and if we could do them all over again, we may have done them.
You're stealing from me, is what
that's
I'm.
Not.
How are you not stealing from me? This was 50-50.
I heard you.
Red, is he stealing from me at this point? If he cuts me out for 50-50, because I haven't seen a dime from this. As far as I know, he took everything. He took all the money. From all I'm concerned, if he's going to steal me.
Hang on. Okay, fine. I'll answer your goddamn question, Steve. But you have to shut the fuck up and let me actually answer. Okay. Here's my answer to you, Steve. Is Kyle stealing? No, and I'm going to tell you why. I am going to tell you why. Okay. I don't agree with the way Kyle went ahead and did most of the work. I don't fucking agree with that. I think that was a shit thing to do, honestly, Kyle. But the fact remains, he did most
irrelevant.
Of the work.
We went into this 50-50 with a
handshake. Hang on. Let me finish. However, now that we have identified that problem, the question is, how do we move forward from here? Kyle said that the channel is going in a different direction. In my opinion, it's been exactly what it has been, talking about multitude of topics with multitude of people at different times, at different places. Now there's an actual event that's supposed to be featuring everything happening on the Non Sequitur show. It goes in every direction. The direction of the Non Sequitur is to go in every fucking direction imaginable.
Right,
basically, there is no avenue. Whether we're talking about flat Earth, Jilly Juice, LGBTQ+, whatever the case may be, that's the direction we go. It goes in every direction. And I think, even though Steve may not have an expertise when it comes to LGBTQ,
I can talk about any topic.
I know one thing for a fact: he is not transphobic. He is not homophobic. He is not racist. He supports those people
on those on those points every time they've been brought up.
And I appreciate that. I
will be willing.
Let me get to the punchline first. Let me get to the punchline. And then I'll be done. Just 30 seconds. Just give me 30 goddamn seconds. Okay, 30 seconds starting now. What I think needs to happen is that we need to negotiate a proper form of payment up until this point right here. And then from there, work to make it 50% so that we can actually have equal everywhere around.
I'm okay with that.
He can get he can get the 50% up until where
50
this
in perpetuity.
Started. That's
in perpetuity. I will have more shows. I'll do 10 shows a week if you want. I am not giving up my stake in this that I've said from day one. 50% in perpetuity for the entire time of the channel. Residuals. That's what I had planned on for my life, Kyle.
You're just yelling now. I
feel like you're stealing from me. Wait. If I don't get Reds, if I don't get
let me hear.
If I have more episodes,
let me hear what Kyle.
Okay, but Reg, I want you to answer this. If I have more episodes,
or I'm fucking leaving because I'm.
Let me hear what Kyle has to say. Let me hear what Kyle has to say.
Here's what I'm willing to do. We can keep the 4 days a week with you. You can get the 50% for the days that you're on the show going forward, and
no,
I'm fine with that.
No. Half the Patreon's mine that I've not seen a dime on. Half the Steam Labs is half of that is mine. Half of that everything
Steam Labs we don't get anything from Steam Lab. The Teespring stuff, I make all of that stuff.
We have $1,000.
Yes, and
we have $1,000 from Steam Labs from 2017 that I didn't get a dime of. You took all that.
What is Steam Labs?
Yes, from Steam Labs.
What is Steam Labs?
But Steam Labs is like Patreon, only they give you the money through Steam Labs. There was $875 in it last time you cut me out of it. You took all that.
You mean Streamlabs?
Streamlabs, yeah.
Yeah, all that. Look, you're not getting cut out of anything up until the point where
the Teesprings and all that was
now.
You have my face on a mug.
And like
everything from day one, including the merchandise, by the way, which I wanted to turn over to David so he had an income, was supposed to be 50-50.
What did I tell you back in April? What did I tell you back in April? I said that the CPA that is handling the funds, when you're ready, he needs to know how you want that done.
I want to see the financials. I want a breakdown of all the P&L report
and how that you aren't.
I want a financial report of everything.
And how do you want it? Do you want it all in one lump? Because
no.
There's going to be a paper trail.
I understand that is fine. I want an email of all the proceedings, P&L report, cost and out, and I want 50% in perpetuity from everything that deals with this channel. If you don't like it, move to another channel, Kyle. I'm willing to work more days a week.
That's out of the question.
Reds,
it's out of the question.
If I started this channel with him and it was from in perpetuity from day one, so I had residuals to look forward to, that my daughter that I've told, if something happens to me, she has residuals from this channel. How is that not stealing from me, Reds? That's absolute theft.
That's
okay. Hang on.
That's absolute theft.
Let me answer that question. Steve. Let me answer that question. Kyle, okay, Kyle, I'm going to ask you a point blank question. Was that the original agreement? Yes or no?
What? 50%? 50%?
Yes, we've got it in writing.
That was the actual agreement. Now, when that changed, did Steve sign off on it anywhere?
He never told me those changes. Just right now, I heard the first time I heard anything about it.
Here's the thing, though. Steve, can you do the music? Can you do the graphics?
Irrelevant. We started this channel together.
What are you? No.
How much did they pay for your software? How much did they pay for your software? Did Patreons pay for your software so you can do the music for the channel? How much did they pay for that, Kyle? How much did they pay for that, Kyle?
That's what makes this.
How much did they pay for that, Kyle? How much did they pay for that?
Can you do this stuff? I'm about to go. If
then go, and we'll do the show without you tonight. And then all this is going to go public.
I will lock you. Okay, I can fix that right now too.
Okay. I recorded all this, Kyle. I think you need, and I'm going to play
this.
Good.
Steve,
take off.
It.
I'm done.
Play it.
For far as I can say, he stole this money from me.
I think people will see the side that they want to see, and so I'm fine with that.
So you kicking? I want to know. Are you kicking me off the show, Kyle? Are you kicking me off the show?
What did I just say, Steve? About you? We can still continue to do your 4 days a week. I believe I said that.
And by doing so, you're going to steal money from me. Fine, I'll do the 4 days a week. Even though I could do more, but I'm going to let people know that you're taking money from me in perpetuity.
Fine, in perpetuity, fine. But you'll get half of the shows that you're on.
Yeah, you know what? You're literally stealing money from me and my family, Kyle. because it's not that we built this channel together, and people will find out about this. That's fine. That's fine. Red, decided to do the show tonight. I'm going to make this video that I recorded, and I'm going to show. And I want people to understand that Kyle is literally has changed our negotiations for financial reasons because he has taken over everything. And to me, that is theft because I relied on this channel in perpetuity because we built it together.
If that's the narrative that you want,
that's not a narrative. That's the fucking truth, Kyle. Dave's not gonna put up with this too.
Then do it. That's fine. He doesn't have to.
All right.
He doesn't have to.
Finally, I got back in. My internet took a massive shit. Okay. Here's basically what's happening right now. Kyle, I
told Kyle I recorded all this.
I honestly don't know.
I told him I'm happy playing with the public.
I'm fine with you recording it, Steve. I'm not saying anything here that I wouldn't say out
Perfect. Okay, but here's the thing. The original agreement was 50%.
Yes.
You went and changed that without informing him. Okay, Kyle. I didn't. Listen.
No. Now you're being no. I did not change anything. It was a progression to where the details of the show became such that I was keeping up with. I was putting together. Let me ask you this question: as Non-Sequitur as it stands right now, could it exist without Steve?
At this point, I don't know.
Yes, and it can also exist without you.
Yeah, it can exist without you,
Kyle.
That's fine.
And hang on.
You want to start your own channel? Then give me this channel and do your thing somewhere else, and we will take over this, and I will give you half the proceeds from this channel in perpetuity.
No.
That's fair.
Kyle, listen. The fact is, it's not. Kyle, you asked me a question. The question
anything
is,
that would happen in this channel, I'll give you in perpetuity.
Hang on,
I have it recorded.
You asked me a question, Kyle. If this channel could actually exist without Steve, the answer is yes, but it can also exist without you. It can exist without both of you.
Yeah.
But I would actually prefer just as a preference that both of you were actually still on it.
And I'm okay with that, but I'm not doing it for less than 50% in perpetuity. That was our original agreement. I'm not going to let him take money out of my own pocket. That's ridiculous.
That was the original. That was the original agreement. And quite honestly, Kyle, anything less than that is a dick move.
Yeah, and it's theft.
Yes. Look. Okay.
I will treat it as theft.
Here's the thing. I know the things that I did and the things that I didn't do.
How about we do this?
And the motives behind them.
How about we do this, Kyle?
Let me finish this.
Okay.
I'm going to get this out.
All right, go ahead.
I know what happened. I know the heart and the attention to detail and everything that I wanted to put into the show, and I did it. Okay? Those motivations behind that were not monetary related or in any way to fuck over such and such. It was because the end product needed to be something different, and I made it different. Now, if you want to look at that and say that was me taking on the burden and not giving it out, fine. That's your narrative to spin.
Who did all the who did the promotion from the beginning? Who got the guest?
It came and you are going to get the money for that. Like you're not
build
getting
this channel, so we had something. You can't just build a channel and then kick somebody out 50% with that's the industry agreement from perpetuity. You cannot change that and renegotiate that, Kyle. You cannot do it. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to do this, Kyle. I know you're going to do a lot. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. You're going through a lot of stuff right now. I'm going to let you really think about this very, very hard and carefully. Reds, I will not do the show tonight. If you want to do it, you're more than welcome to. I would ask that you don't, because you promised to me that you won't go on without me. We will go.
There's not going to be a show tonight.
Okay, then that's fine.
Not going to be a show tonight.
Then I'm going to.
No.
What?
Hang on. There is going to be a show tonight. There is going to be a show tonight. You think that? Here's the thing. There is another channel that also has 30,000 subs. Yes, there will be a show tonight, and in fact, it's going on in 5 minutes. I hope you both are there, and I hope you both have fun. And yes, that flat earther that was patiently waiting is going to be there momentarily.
That's fine.
But not until after I go ahead and give your guys' producer a great fucking timeout. Because at this point, I owe that dude a fucking burger. I drove to the ends of the fucking earth for that guy. And right now, Kyle, you not including him or taking his feelings into account is actually quite fucking shitty.
Which you very rarely do.
Right now, I'm going to go. I am going to go.
Okay, you know what? Okay, if that's the way that you want to be, fuck you both. We can play. We can do this. Okay, Let's do this.
Sounds like a plan to me.
That was a wrong move there, buddy.
Actually, for me, it was the right one, and I stand by it 100%.
Yeah, I think he's making some very bad decisions at this point. I did tell him I want to be honest. I'm recording this. David, are you still there?